Hi guys, it's Courtney with Fit. I hope you are having a great day. Today we're going to talk about faith and science. One of the things growing up in the church, my denomination is Church of God in Christ. I'll be honest, when it came to faith, I really wasn't one that was really strong in my faith, especially when it came to myself. I could always believe that something was going to happen great for others, and I could believe and trust that God would do it. But sometimes when it came to what I needed and my desires, my faith failed me, and I wasn't really as strong as I should have been. And so, sometimes in that journey, for me, I had to learn how to really get strong in my faith. It's funny, when Dwayne and I, when we got married, we started trying to have a child immediately because we knew that we were going to have some challenges. And about a year in, we had done through all the temperature charting, the Clomid, and nothing, of course, it worked at that point. And so it was very disappointing for me when my doctor came in and he said, there's really nothing else that we can do. That hurt me. But he said, but I'm going to send you to a fertility specialist. And so I was very reluctant. It took me a long time actually to even schedule an appointment, because I felt like from a faith perspective, I really felt like that wasn't the route that I was supposed to go. I felt like if I went to the fertility specialist, that there was some kind of way or how that my faith was not there. That I was no longer really trusting God, that I was really more so trusting science. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with my brother Draper, where we were just talking, and I just started talking to him about my desire to have a child, and that my doctor wanted me to go to a fertility specialist. And he was like, well, what's the big deal? He was like, what is the big deal about going to a fertility specialist? And of course I started crying, and I was like, oh, that means I don't have the faith. I just don't have the faith that I need in order to be able to trust God if I go to a fertility specialist, and this, that, and the other. And so he talked some sense into me, and I reluctantly ended up scheduling an appointment. And throughout that time, I met a friend who was going to the same fertility specialist, and so I felt like that was a little nudge for me to be able to give this a try and to be a little open-minded. A lot of the reasons why I didn't want to go to a fertility specialist was really because I didn't understand everything that they actually did. All I kind of heard was that it cost $30,000 and that you had to go through IVF, and I was like, I don't have $30,000 to spend. And so because of my lack of understanding of everything that they did, I was really not open to doing something. But we did go through fertility treatments and that type of thing. But it was just even the point of getting to that, to be able to open my mind to even consider other options, because my faith was wrestling against science. And no knock on my denomination. It wasn't really something that our church as a whole really talked about. We didn't talk about women and having infertility issues. And so, it was more so, you got to trust God, you got to believe God, you got to have faith. Not realizing that I failed to grasp that concept of that God can work through the doctors. He can lead and guide the physicians, the nurses, and whomever you choose that has that scientific background to help you, just as much as you have in faith. And so I encourage you today to keep an open mind. Fertility, going to a fertility clinic may not necessarily be your route. Maybe it's something that's more on the natural side of things, or maybe it's trying acupuncture or whatever. But at the end of the day, faith and science can work together, because God, He is the creator of everything. He knows your desires and your wants, and He has created paths in order for you to achieve whatever goals that you have, whether it's something dealing with infertility or something else. Just know that faith and science can work together. Have a great day.